out of the AJAABU revenue. The two houses, Your Excellency, mediated over the figure and agreed to reduce the rate of reduction of the county's budget. Instead of 20 billion, the counties are now taking a reduction of only 12.7 billion, so that the counties will now receive 387 billion in this financial year. Notwithstanding that haircut, Your Excellency, the counties still will get way above the constitutional threshold of 15%, because they will end up getting about 24.5%. This bill was introduced by the chairman of Budget and Operations Committee in the National Assembly, the member for Kiharu, and also the chairman of Finance in the Senate. Your Excellency, the next set of bill, which has also gone through a similar legislative process, that is a legislative ping-pong between the two houses, agreement, disagreements, and ending up with a mediation, is a Water Act Amendment Bill. It is a bill that emanated from the executive. It was brought to the House in the name of the leader of majority party in the National Assembly, passed in the National Assembly and sent to the Senate. The Senate made amendments to it. The National Assembly disagreed with part of the amendments, necessitating a mediation process. Eventually, the mediation committee, which was appointed by the two speakers, agreed on the text in the words of Article 113 of the Constitution. And the bill before Your Excellency is principally bringing into our development of our water project the concept of public-private partnership, which has been missing. And it's also operationalizing the water tribunal in case of any disputes relating to water, Your Excellency.
Did we manage to capture? There was something in the regulations of the
water purchase, the bulk water purchase.
No, there was something 0.5%, 0.5 something on the sale of water. No, it was supposed to be. I think there were three things that we were supposed to capture. Number one, private-public partnership. Number two is bulk water. All this water, like Ceremonial, we have finished, and we want to sell the water in bulk to Nairobi City County, because they are selling, and then we use that money to develop new facilities. That was the second one.
Yes.
I think it has been captured.
Yes, Your Excellency.
But there was a third thing. I can't remember exactly what it was.
The tribunal?
No, there was a third thing. The water people are not here, eh?
We're not here, Your Excellency, but in terms of purchase, the agreements will be, the prices will be determined by, of course, the investment,
yes,
and the amount of water likely to be sold. It's not standard for counties. It depends on which county and how the development has been achieved. So, but I think there was a minimum threshold.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what you are looking for. I haven't looked at the final regulation. The Minister for Water is accounting for that.
But this is very progressive. This is very good.
Your Excellency, the final bill for the day is a rating bill, which is one of the pieces of legislation that our counties and indeed the national government have been waiting for some time, since we have been having a lacuna with respect to the rating of properties, land, and other fixed assets by our county government. Your Excellency, this bill was also introduced in the National Assembly in the name of member for Kikuyu and the leader of majority party, on behalf of the government. The bill has about 59 clauses and 4 schedules. It also went through a mediation process in the 2 houses, and the mediation committee appointed by the 2 speakers agreed on this version that is before you, Your Excellency, which is largely providing a framework for rateable property within counties except freehold agricultural land. It's also creating a standard framework for valuation, rating, and also establishing a clear guideline for counties on how to assess property rates.
Absolutely. To avoid the haphazard, somebody just comes up with a figure.
Absolutely.
That has no basis.
Yeah, different counties were having their own way of doing things.
Correct.
Their ratings,
And even different valuers, there was no proper guidance on and the standardized.
So the bill also provides for the standard way of appointing valuers,
Yes.
determining their fees, Your Excellency.
Yes.
And finally, it obligates counties to use technology in terms of rating of properties and assets. It is hoped that when this one is done, it will occasion amendments to all county laws relating to rating of properties, but most importantly, bring more revenue to our counties, especially when they incorporate use of technology in rating. Your Excellency, allow me to resign my commission for the day.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Excellency, Your Excellency, sir, in concluding this constitutional ceremony, and with the sacred trust that comes with your presidential assent, I most humbly request Your Excellency to hand a copy of each of the 3 acts to, first, His Excellency the Deputy President, as your principal assistant in the exercise of your executive authority. 2, to the Solicitor General on behalf of the Attorney General for publication into law. 3, to the Cabinet Secretary for the National Treasury and Economic Planning as the Administrator of the Division of Revenue Act, and also the Water Amendment Act for implementation. To the Cabinet Secretary for to the Cabinet Secretary for the National Treasury. To the Prime Cabinet Secretary on behalf of the Water Ministry for the implementation of the Water Amendment Act. A copy to the 2 speakers of both houses of Parliament, as well as to each of the esteemed members who have witnessed the ceremony as the guardians of the law. And finally, to the Cabinet Secretary for Lands for implementation of the National Rating Act. Together, all the members embody the unity and commitment inherent between the 2 arms of government in this pivotal legislative accomplishment. With Your Excellency's kind permission and ever-kind indulgence, permit me to invite you, sir, for a photo opportunity that chronicles this moment into a national heritage. Your Excellency will open and display a ceremonial copy of the Act, while all the other members display an encased closed copy of the Act. I thank you, Your Excellency.